Um, 10, 11, and 12 are probably the ones that I kind of looked at and I don't know.
Right. So 10 is more of just calculating calculating numbers out by hand and then just inputting them into the
I guess that's true. We have done that in projects before,
yeah, so
but not so much that one.
He gives you the number, then you just have to
And the master clock and
yeah.
100 megahertz. Okay, yeah, we've done that in lab. So more 11 and 12 then.
So the receiver is going to be sampled 16 times. So this is going to be 16 times less than this. That makes sense?
Yeah, I'm following you.
Okay. So because the receiver has to sample at 16 times the rate, so you set this equal to your baud rate, and then you set this equal to 16 times your baud rate, and then you just solve for these two values, and then you just have to write them to the registers is all.
Okay, that doesn't seem too bad. And I think there was a video kind of explaining how to do that for the lab that I can rewatch.
Yeah.
Which might have even been you making that video.
Yeah, probably a while ago, and I can't remember what was in it, but I think I went over how to calculate the baud rate, and I think on the website it helps you calculate it too. But
sure.
I mean, it's just plug in and then put the constants into your function.
Sure, that's not too bad.
Yeah. So 11 looks scary, but so you're reading a 32-bit sensor reading from 32 proximity detectors, right? And they're going to be one if, yeah, et cetera, and you want to light the LED if it's close to the other item. As far as I can tell, you're just copying from one register to another. I don't think there's really any calculation you have to do within it. And yeah. So if the sensor has an item close to it, the reading's going to be 1. And if you write the same bit position to the LED register, the LED will light up. So that one's not too scary, is it?
I think I understand the logic. Could you do a little bit of like how to get started?
So if you read from this address, I guess I don't get what you're what you're asking me. It, it seems pretty simple to me. You just read from this one address and you write to the other one, right? Since all the bit positions are the same.
Okay, yeah, I think I'm following you. That's not too bad.
Yeah, it's just
the block of text is
yeah, he
daunting.
adds complication onto it, but mainly since all the bit positions are, of course, he should say that probably, and that might make it more clear, but mainly you're just reading from this address and writing to the LED output. So reading directly from the input to the output. And if you were to write code for that, sensor. So set the addresses for the 00, and the other one is 1020. And then, well, the other way around. Right?
Really? That's that simple?
Yep.
Yeah, my brain doesn't.
You don't even need pointers if you create macros, but this just exemplifies you copy your address, read from one into the other. If you did this, however, no. Got to make sure you dereference your pointers.
Yeah, do the address pointers. I got you. Still unmuted. Yeah. Damn. You have a way of making that look a lot easier than it seems.
I think he intentionally made it look scary, but it's pretty simple. All right, and the next one. So this one, it looks like you're just checking the status register, and if it's he doesn't tell you about the status register, but I assume on the actual exam he'd tell you what the actual bits are. I'm just going to assume if the status register is 1, it's good to go, and if it's 0, it's not good. But this one, you just need to wait until the status register reads 1, then read from that. Into this character, but he's not having you return the character, which is really nice. So it's pretty much the same as the UART ones. I'm just going to put these 2 addresses because I don't want to type out the whole.
Sure. I understand, yeah, where you're coming from.
It wouldn't take me too long, but so yeah.
Well, yeah, they're constants, and I'm more interested in the logic behind it versus the.
Yeah. So I mean, it's basically the same as the provided get char functions for the UART. So while
this is in C too. That helps.
Yeah. So I'm going to
jumping back and forth between C and assembly always takes me a second.
So I'm going to cast that as a macro that as a dereference pointer rather than just an address. That way I don't have to use pointer variables.
Oh, okay, sure.
So you just wait for the status to equal 1 or whatever status bits you're looking for. And then after that, you read into the character from the FIFO.
Damn. Again, that's a good way of making it look a lot easier than I would think it would be.
I mean, a lot of these, some of these are just like moving random amounts of data, but a lot of these have quite a bit of correlation to the labs you did.
Yeah.
So this is the same as like the get char function for the UART, basically.
Yeah, which I definitely wrote that once upon a time, and I'll have to go back and find which project that was in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm making just a list of all of them in my Vitus so that I can copy and paste it as needed to the final.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the ones that I was really concerned about. There was one other guy, or there's a couple more people in here now. If they have any questions.
Yeah. Oh, I found out how to see the people. Okay. Any other questions?
If no one else has a question, I was kind of blanking on when I was using the Vitus IDE, I closed or deleted a bunch of my old projects from the Explorer list, and I can't remember or figure out how to bring them back up to reference them for setting for this test. I can open the S files and the C files and stuff, but I don't recall how to reopen the entire application project. Is that something that's easy to do that I'm just missing?
You might have to just create a new project and copy the files in.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah.
That's a chore.
So the actual project entries got deleted.
Yeah, I wanted to clean up that little tab on the side, my Explorer list, and so I deleted and removed all of them. I still have the files in my workspace folder. Is there not an easy way to just bring those back up?
You might be able to import just the project. Hold on a sec.
I tried doing the import option, and it didn't look like it was going to